they say. And earlier, I was drowning. I do my best to, try to keep my head above water and try to show positive and, not be drowned in my grief like that. Thank you, Brittany. But I'm sorry for if I trigger anybody in their grief or, I don't mean that. Sometimes I just gotta let it out and it hurts so bad. But I did talk to my old best friend and, her story is that she sent the phone a year ago and I guess it never made it to my house. I left that conversation understanding that I will never get his memories back. Thank you, Queen Blue Eyes. And trying to be more mature about the situation and just figure out how to grieve from here forward, knowing that there's a big possibility that I will never have those memories to me no more. But it didn't feel good having beef, It did, even though it was in the name of my son. Since losing him, violence and things like that don't really sit well with me no way. So I'm glad that her and I could have had that talk, and even though there's really no resolve, I did get a sincere apology. She was sincerely apologetic, and we're all human. We all make mistakes. I think it's a good lesson for some of y'all to learn that what's tea for you is real life for someone else. And I think this was a big lesson for her to learn. She got caught up in he said, she said, and violated a good friend. She was my best friend, and it hurt, and she understands it hurt. And I appreciate her seeing me up here crying and reaching out to me and just telling me the truth. And I guess in some weird way, it's like he died all over again. Knowing that those memories are just gone. Knowing that unless God pulls some really cool electronic miracle, that all of the years of all of my children are just gone. And that's a whole nother type of grief, but I got a lot of memories. I'm thankful for that. There are some people who don't even have this many memories, or like my sister Monica. I only have 2 pictures of her. So I think about situations like that, and I just try to humble myself and be glad at what I do have. So I'm sorry that I spread hate and violence, and I'm sorry that I acted out of my character. I just really thought that if I did that, somewhere shot in hell, I'd get it back. I'm not, so it's okay. But I just don't want to, I don't want to keep promoting violence and hate. I don't want to keep, that's how I feel too, Miss Jen. I'm just glad I got an apology because she was my best friend. I would have laid my life for her or her children. It hurt me deeply, and I have talked to Apple I've been dealing with Apple for over a year regarding this. I know the iCloud and the password, but it just will not let me, it won't let me into it, no matter what I do. What's up, Leah? I did get an apology, a sincere apology, and, it's just a lot of losses, you know, a lot of losses. But that's not who I am. I'm not some, you know, violent rampage person. I used to be, but I beg God, please don't let my grief turn to anger. Please don't let my grief turn to anger. Please don't let my grief turn to anger. Because I'm more valuable than that. And I don't deserve nobody putting their hands on me. Nobody don't deserve me putting my hands on them. And I'm learning, you know. I'm learning. And I'm also learning that sometimes you gotta take a loss. Sometimes there is no resolve. And as an adult and as a mother with children watching me, I have to show them that we be resilient in our pain and we keep going. But I'm gonna take the videos down that were disrespectful about Kai and her wife and everybody. That's not what I want to promote. I made this TikTok in memory of my son. I wanted to be the one to share his story. I didn't want anyone else telling what happened to him. And I learned today that I have failed even in that. There are people that have fully told his story on this app, and I didn't know it. I didn't know that people of the masses knew how my son died. I didn't share that information. So today was a big eye-opener to why I'm here, and also a big eye-opener to, you know, the serenity prayer, which leads us back to accept the things we cannot change. But I would like to share my son's story, and now that I know that it's being told in graphic detail without my knowledge, I would like to share it myself. I don't know when. I'm not ready right now. I'm just not ready. But if y'all give me a little bit, I can share it myself. I don't need people that I trusted. I don't need people that I trusted and loved telling it. I can tell that. He was my baby. I brought him into this world, and I can tell you that beautiful story. And I held his hand as we made the call that he would no longer be in this world. And I can tell that story. I always say losing him was like giving birth backwards. When you give birth, you feel immense pain and adrenaline, and everything gets blurry, and you just focus on that baby, and you just want that baby here. And when they get here, it's this relief of, whew, my baby. And that hurt, and that was a lot to go through. And the reward is that you get to take them home, and you get to dress them up, and all that pain goes away. What I've learned with my son is that when we lose them, it feels like a reverse birth. It feels like you endure all this pain and all this adrenaline and all of these feelings. But when you leave the hospital, they don't go with you. There is no more dressing them up. Those days are done with. It's like God gives you a temporary baby doll, and you get to dress it up and play with it and teach it things, and it acts like you. and then you give them back, you know? And I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I've been so sharp. I'm sorry that my belief in God has caused me to be mean to some people. I had some people comment on my stuff and they felt as though I was bullying them, and I'm sorry. I just believe in God, and when y'all come at me and you question God, it throws me off, and I need y'all to understand that that's what keeps me here, is that faith. I question as well, and I struggle as well, but I learned I had to keep faith in something. So I keep faith in Him, and I keep faith in the Word, and it just gives me a hope, and it gives me a reason, because in the Bible it says that you can't do that. You know, if you are conscious of the sin and you commit it, then you go to hell. So I use those verses to keep me alive daily. I use those verses to motivate me, and I believe in them so strongly, because I believe that if I don't stay and make the best of this life, then there is no reunification. He was a baby. He was 11. He goes to heaven no matter what. I'm a grown woman. I know the reality. I know the rules. And I am conscious of the consequences. So I gotta keep going. And I use God and I follow on the Bible a lot, because it just feels so peaceful. So I'm sorry if I've been rude to people of different beliefs or things. I'm normally not like that. I'm a very open person and I love everybody. And I think just when it comes to my son, I just have to keep that shit straight, dude. I can't risk not having that to believe in. I can't risk not having those thoughts, because I know there's a chance it's not real, but there's also a chance that it is. And I think whether it be a book of Christianity or whatever it is, if there's something that offers me the opportunity to see my baby's face in a beautiful setting as which the Bible explains, then I believe that's got to be something worth believing in to make hell on earth a little bit better. So I just wanted to get up here and clear all this stuff up so I can move on with my life and process my grief and continue to be the Ashley that I want to be. And I'm gonna get there. But I didn't want to just get up here when I'm sad and freaking out and have you guys all upset and not come back up here and talk to you guys and use my words with you and just let y'all know that I'm sorry in those moments. I gotta get that shit out and just stay in, you know. But thank you guys. Thank y'all. I appreciate you guys. And if you got your kids, hold them tight. And if your children act up, or your grandchildren act up, or your nieces and whoever the child is, if you're around a kid and they act up a lot, don't be so quick to deem them bad. Maybe think about how safe they feel. Most kids don't act up unless they feel safe, where they can just explore their personality and let all that energy out, and just do that for your kids, and just remember they're just safe. They're not misbehaving. They just love you, and you have provided such a space for them that nobody else does. And that's why people would say, Ashley, Biscuit was so good till you got here. Ashley, Biscuit acted like this till you got here. And I always knew deep down. I would tell them, I'd be like, oh girl, I don't know why, but I did know why, because I'm mommy. And he knew that he could do whatever he wanted, and I wasn't going to say much because he just felt safe. And I recognized that through my inner child and my lack of with my parents. And hearing the opinions of people today, and hearing, my son was deemed bad, I just want to publicly correct you and say he was not bad. He was safe, and I'm so proud of that. So, for anybody that feels like, you know, your kid is running around and being silly and talking their shit or whatever they're doing, just be so proud of your baby and tell them you're proud of them, and don't let somebody change your outlook on parenting or how you view things, because your baby's safe. And as long as your baby is safe, anything else can be figured out. So, I'm gonna let you guys go, but I wanted to say them things, and I don't know what this life has for me, but I'm trying, and I don't know. I'm trying. I love you guys. I'm good. I'm okay. And I'll talk to y'all later, okay?